Hello, welcome to the 19th episode of Rachel Pilcher Writing Workshops Facebook Live. I am Rachel Pilcher. Tonight's topic is going to be writing goals in the new year. But first, I do want to remind you, if you are interested, in a little less than 3 weeks, I will be having my first online workshop. It's going to be done through Zoom, so definitely check out my website, rachelpilcherwritingworkshops.com, for the Write Fearlessly in the New Year workshop. It's a 3-hour workshop that is going to be on Saturday, January the 19th, 2019. Got to get used to saying 2019. And it will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I've never taught this workshop online, so I'm really excited about doing this workshop online. And I'm hoping, because in a live class, I mean, this will be live, but it's going to be live online, but in an in-person class, this class usually lasts about 3 hours, so I'm hoping that I'm able to actually translate that to the 3-hour workshop, but may end a few minutes early, or it may end a few minutes late. We'll just have to make sure. If you sign up for it, we will find out exactly how long it's going to take. But I'm very excited about it. Write Fearlessly in the New Year. It is tailored for the beginning writer who is just trying to figure out exactly how to get the writing process going in their mind. And we end up doing a lot of journaling, but it also works very well for a more experienced writer who is either having a block or a writing trough and just trying to figure out how you're going to get your writing process going again. So that's Write Fearlessly in the New Year, January the 19th at 10 a.m. You can sign up for it by going to rachelpilcherwritingworkshops.com, and I hope to see you there. Also, while you're on the website, you may notice that I have a few more offerings through Rachel Pilcher Writing Workshops. Going virtual has really made it easy for me to start doing some of the things that I was doing in person. So I am excited to say that I am bringing back creativity mentoring. It's writing coaching, basically, or creativity coaching, and I will be offering that virtually. So we're gonna see how well all this virtual stuff works out. I think it's going to be wonderful. This is working out well, so I think doing the rest of my workshop stuff virtually is going to be fantastic. So if you're interested in creativity mentoring, I am doing that virtually now, so check the website, rachelpilcherwritingworkshops.com, and we can see if we can get that going for you. Also, while you're there, one last thing. I am going to begin in February. Every Wednesday, we're going to do a virtual writing hour, and basically what I'll do is I'll get on to Zoom, and people who subscribe to the virtual writing hour will be able to come on. I'll say a few words and then put a timer on, and we'll be writing for an hour. No talking. I may play some like classical music, instrumental, jazz. I'll play something in the background and have the camera not focused on me for an entire hour, but maybe on my fireplace or something that's not distracting, and we'll have a good time writing virtually for an hour. And I'm going to do a Facebook Live sometime later this week, and probably a little bit closer to that virtual writing hour time, so that you can kind of describe to you exactly what's going on. So we will check that out in just a couple of weeks. So the topic for the night, and I noticed that my mother joined, and I see Richard Gonzalez is also joining. Hi Richard, hi Mom. I'm glad that y'all joined tonight, and I hope that this will help you in being able to get your writing goals ready for the new year, because that's the topic. Writing goals in the new year. So, to fix that little hair. Y'all may not know, I can actually see myself across from this. So what you're seeing, I am also seeing. So anything that can be a little distracting will distract me. And Estefania just joined. Hi, Esty. Thank you for joining. Writing goals. Okay, so it's important to have writing goals because it helps you set forth your plan to achieve and take on the new year. So, and for many of you, it may not necessarily even be writing goals. This is sort of like having a New Year's resolution, but I don't like really saying resolutions because it makes it sound like, oh, I'm going to do something that I have never done before. And it may or may not be accomplished. If you put it as a goal, then if you come close to achieving that goal, then you have set a good goal for yourself. So, so setting a writing goal, you have to think about what you want to focus on. And that could be tackling that novel that you've been trying to get out. It could be writing the perfect short story or poem for a week or for a month, or blogging twice a week, whatever it is. It's setting that goal and getting it done. So what I do is, I actually have my calendar pulled up right here. You can't see it because it's backwards, but I bought a very nice 5-year calendar planner, and I'm going through, and for each one of the days, they're pretty nice, large, I guess that's 2-inch square, pretty big. I can write in what my plans are for the day, and I kind of map out what I have as a regularly planned thing, and then I go through and I'm like, all right, so where do I have places where I can do my writing? And then I place that in there. It's like, well, get in 30 minutes worth of writing this day, get in an hour this day, get in 2 hours, whatever I have. Whatever kind of block I can get in for my writing, that's whenever I do it. So in doing that, my plans, I decided to share what my actual plans are so you can have an idea of what realistic plans would be. And that's what I look at. I don't look at something like, well, I am going to write my novel, I'm going to publish it, and I'm going to sell 5,000 copies of my novel. I would be happy if I wrote a novel and finished it and was able to get it published and sold 5 copies of it sometimes. But I definitely think that that is probably not a realistic goal, because for any of you who have tackled a novel, and I know Richard's on here, Richard has a novel out with me, Dear Dancer, that it takes longer than a year to even just write the first draft and get everything where it needs to be, to where you can move on to another draft and get it edited and do all the other stuff before it even gets published. So that's not a realistic goal. So what my plans are to have realistic goals that I can accomplish for myself, for my business, and for my writing. So one of the things, the first thing I have on my plan, on my goals, is that I'm developing upcoming classes, and I've decided that workbooks are going to be integral to each class. So I am adding to my writing goal on this, but adding to my writing load, but it's necessary. And I kind of have decided that since work writing, business writing, any kind of writing that I'm doing, that is accomplishing writing goals. I can't say, well, you know, I didn't finish that short story this month, so I haven't done any writing, because I'm always doing writing. I just might not be doing the super creative short story writing, or working on the novel writing, or finishing the screenplay writing, but I am doing a lot of writing if I'm doing everything else. So with that, I'm going to be blogging at least once a week over on the RachelPilcher.com website. This is big because sometimes I'm lucky if I get in once a month, but I know it's extremely important to continue putting the word out about me personally, about things that are going on in my mind. The RachelPilcher.com website is, it's about me as a writer. So it's similar to the Rachel Pilcher Writing Workshops website, but it's not quite the same. So, you know, that is an entity, and this is about me. So there's a lot of blog posts that are about things that are going on in my daily life. So I'm going to make a goal to once a week write on the blog. And it kind of makes me a little more real to be able to put that out there too. And if somebody's like, oh, that Rachel Pilcher, does she really write anything? They can go to the blog and they can see, well, yeah, she writes a lot. It's all on the blog. So I'm going to do that. So my other goal is to do more than just business writing. So this is my third goal. So the first one was the workbooks for all of my classes, blogging at least once a week, and then do more than just my business writing. So more than, you know, creating the workbooks. So I spent the entire month of November doing NaNoWriMo, and I pretty much wrote a short story a day. So for the entire month of November, there's how many days in November? 30. So for 30 days, I wrote a short story a day. So I have 30 short stories that are very, very rough drafts. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to rewrite those. I'm going to get them to where they are perfect, and that way, which will help me accomplish number 4 on my writing goals, is I'm going to submit to my critique group every month. I am always writing every month, like I said, but I'm not always writing something that can be submitted to my critique group. So one of my goals is going to be submit to the critique group. And I'm really hoping that I can make that's going to be the hardest habit right there, because while I am going to work on a short story a month to make sure it's ready to go to the critique group, I'm kind of picky. I want to make sure that if I'm having other people read my writing, that it's going to be perfect. And I'm much more picky on my creative writing than I am in my business writing, which might not make sense, but you know, with business writing I can put my own personality in it, and in short story writing, or whatever it is I end up putting towards the critique group, which is probably going to be short stories for this year, that is, you know, characters that are not me. Some of them might be based on me, but they're not me. So, you know, I mean, I have to make sure that those are perfect before I put them out there. So I have all the way until the end of January to make sure that I am making that writing goal for the first month, because my critique group submission date is the last Saturday of the month. So that's going to be the hard one right there. And then my 5th and final goal, I only have 5 goals for the new year when it comes to my writing, is that I will finalize my last draft of my screenplay. For those of you who don't know, I have several screenplays that I have written. Some of them are in various states of existence, but I have about 3 that there's more than a first draft of. So on the one that I'm most excited about, it's called The Bookmobile. I am going to finalize that and get it into the hands of people that can help me make it better, and perhaps even get it produced. So crossing fingers. That's kind of like the one unrealistic goal that I have. It's realistic that I'm going to finish it. It's realistic I'm going to get it in the hands of other people, but in a year, getting it in the hands of somebody who might produce it, that might be a little unrealistic, but it is a goal. And as long as I'm working towards the goal, then that's what makes it realistic. So, plus I've been working on this screenplay, this particular one, for 8 years. So I need to finish it. And I hope that those of you that are out there, you know where I am. This is me being real. This is saying, you know, I am a writer. I instruct writers. I work with them. I mentor them. But yet I'm also struggling to do my own writing. So with you out there cheering me on, and me cheering myself on, and my family cheering me on, and I think that I can do it, and I will do what I can to cheer you on to your writing goals in the new year. So I hope that this year you are able to end 2018 with a few goals in mind for 2019 to work towards your writing. And I hope that in hearing my goals that you will have a good idea of what you will want to do. And I see Esty says, I'm trying to write more on my blog as well. Esty, I'm right behind you. I will read your blog. You write your blog, I'll read your blog. And we can support each other on that. So I look forward to seeing what you're doing in the new year. And definitely feel free, if you have comments, questions, anything related to this topic, you can go ahead and post them in the comments. I will respond back. And I see just at the end, Megan Whitaker just joined. Hi, Megan. Thank you for joining. I appreciate your support. And I'm just wrapping up, but I hope that y'all have a happy and safe new year. Just getting this in right at the end. So have a happy and safe new year, and I hope if you are interested in joining me for my upcoming workshop, Write Fearlessly in the New Year, check out my website, RachelPilcherWritingWorkshops.com. and hopefully we can meet up. Have a great evening, and if you are going out tomorrow night, stay safe.